We're live.
Nashville Speedway, welcome you guys to Four Wide Motorsports and Four Wide Motorsports Network. Sorry for the late start. Producer Tracy had a Christmas party to attend to, and he has just gotten home, so we fired up the broadcast. It looks like we're about to go green here in this lap, and we're going to bring you the rest of the race. And my good buddy Colton Brenner, he's with me tonight. So, Colton, what do you think?
It's looking like a pretty good race. I believe we're on our second caution of the night. It's looking like we got a bunch of new faces here tonight. We did have a big drivers meeting deal today, explaining a lot of things, especially with the format that we started out with. They did a missing man format for the start of the race in memory of Greg Biffle. And here we are under green. Back to you, Charles.
Yeah, as the green flag drops, no surprises. Our good buddy Daniel Mitchell goes out front and gets a good jump over Nicky Biddy. Christian Strader is right behind them, and Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdell, and Landon Brown. They're all in the hunt right there. Those are guys we've seen up front, other than Nick Bibby. Seems to be a new guy in the mix there, but yeah, the regular guys up front again here as it gets a little racy towards the rear, but up front we're seeing more of the same.
Yeah, definitely one of those things of seeing the guys that are usually here getting used to everything, and they've been running with each other. They know how each other run. So they're back up front there. We do have a curveball thrown in there with a new face of Biddy in the number 1 car, running in second place there, holding off Strader and Carlson. So it's looking like it's going to be a good race with some new faces here, putting in some more challenging passes and racing tonight.
Yeah, well, Nashville's going to test them. Nashville's definitely going to test these drivers because it's not a track that you could just sit down and drive on. You're going to deal with a lot of tire wear. Pretty flat track going around the surface comparably, but these guys are going to have to take care of their tires, take care of their stuff, and gas fuel's going to come into play here too. As Strader looks to the inside of Bibby and thinks better of it as Bibby gets a better run out of the exit. So Strader pulls back in line, and he'll have to think about that pass again later on.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Charles. Today was actually my first day hopping in a ARCA car. I had one of our friends here, Joshua Tressler, looking for a paint scheme today in tribute to Greg Biffle. So I quick whipped up. I had to actually buy the car this morning so that way I could get the template and did up the paint scheme, and I jumped in it to test it and take some photos. And I'll tell you what, these cars are definitely different, from what I'm used to running the truck series and the late models. So I give these guys credit. I mean, there's a lot of horsepower. The cars handle very differently, and, it changes from each track you go to. So it definitely comes down to pit strategy and, who can make the better line and get the advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now we have a heck of a battle for 3 and 4 right behind Nick Bibby right there in the 1 car. As you can see, it would look like Carlson was putting a good pass on Strader, but Cansdell's right there. So 3, 4, and 5 right now are definitely trading places behind our first place and second place guy. It's getting racy back there.
Yeah, these guys definitely like to put on a show every week. For the most part, they race each other clean. You got Carlson, Cansdale, and Strader. Even Landon Brown sitting in 6th there. They all ran together. They know how each other race, and they give each other the room they need. But they still compete there. They're not ones to count out, for the race. I mean, Michelle up there, he might have his hands full coming with the stage break and through the rest of the race. These guys could make their way up there and put on a show and try and compete for that win.
Well, another new guy I would like to mention is Thomas Sylvia. He's up 14 spots from the beginning of the race, which is amazing. Just moved into the top 7. He's sitting right behind Landon Brown right now, but that's pretty good for him. And this race is by far from over. 29 of 110 laps in the books here. We got a long race, and we got guys coming up through the field.
Yeah, it's definitely good when you can make some moves like that, you know, putting on 14 spots from the beginning of the race. I see we got another one, Joe Bolin, a recent new face. He's been running here in the ARCA class with us. He's up 13 spots. You know, so these guys are definitely putting on the challenge and learning everything and getting better at it. So it's definitely going to make FWM racing here get a lot better and more competitive.
You're absolutely right. You know, week in and week out, the racing gets better and better as we're watching. What was it? Oh, as the 90 goes around in front of, I don't know who that was, but they didn't gather anybody else up. But the 90 looked like he might have got turned a little bit and parked it right up in front of somebody else, right in front of him. I'd like to get a good look, a replay to see who that was, because he covered up the number so fast as he turned around. I didn't get to see who it was. Do you know who it was?
Looking at the counter here, I'm believing it to be Joe Bolin of the 45.
And that's exactly right. Yeah, it is the 45, and it looks like the 90 just kind of drifts up the track a little bit, kind of turns himself on the 45, and they both just end up right into the wall.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate event there. You know, these cars, they get close to each other. You get that side draft sometimes, the bumper draft, and it just kind of throws that handling for a loop a little bit. And it might make you bounce up and, you know, take an unfortunate event of pushing up into the wall or pushing up into another car and just bringing out that caution. And, you know, not something we usually see here. You know, these guys, they play nice with each other. Most of the time it comes down to net code. So hopefully we see less of that this week. I know our admins have had a talk with all drivers. We're changing up some things to make our races better with FWM here. So, you know, I give these guys credit for the good racing they do. And I'm sure FWM's racing here is going to get a lot better.
Yeah, as we got some leaders coming down, you know, pit road right now. Hunter Carlson, he was up there in the top 2 or 3 spots, the 21. Schrader, he was up front too, in for the first pit stop. Let's see how long this pit stop takes. See if we could tell if they take 2, 4 gas or what's going to happen here. Yeah, it looks like pit stops are going to be around 15 seconds or so, 16 seconds. That's a full pit stop, I would believe.
Yeah, it's looking like Hunter Carlson taking the longest pit stop so far. Sitting, it's still going. So I'm kind of unsure what's going on with Hunter there. You know, usually it's unusual for Hunter to come up with an early pit stop, and especially to be sitting there in the pit lane that long. He's sitting at 44 seconds right now in the pit lane. So maybe making some adjustments, maybe taking care of some race control situation there. But we wish him luck. I know he's definitely not one to count out to charge up through the field and make them passes to challenge for the lead. So,
yeah, it is unfortunate to see him in the pits right now, but that puts Daniel Mitchell up front with Nick Bibby on his outside. That should be a great start. And look at, I mentioned Thomas Sylvia. He's up in 4th place right now. So there you go. You don't know how a caution will flip the script here, and you really got to watch for that, because all these guys are going to want to be up front or closest to the front they can. And you know, a caution throws a wrench in the running order anytime we have a caution.
yeah, for sure. Cautions definitely change up the field, you know, change up drivers, making it up to the front of the pack. You know, if somebody has a little bit of damage, they might want to get that fast repair in. That way they have the aerodynamics and have the power and everything to get up front. You know, so maybe that might be something Carlson was doing here, just trying to save up and, you know, be able to make some passes up until that stage break. You know, we definitely have quite a different field of cars here tonight. Different faces moving up through the field. You know, it's looking real good for some of them. give a shout out to Bradley Young here. I know he's always one that runs good, gets caught up in a few things, so having some unfortunate finishes, but he's up to 5th place right now. You got Thomas Silva here with the 17 spots up from the beginning of the race, and we are back green flag racing.
Yeah, as Daniel Michel takes a green flag and takes a great jump. But Austin Cansdale's right there in tow as Nick Bibby takes a look to the outside of Austin Cansdale, and they're going to run side by side. Bibby has the run on him from the outside as the 38 or the 31, sorry. Wait a minute, who is that on the outside? I'm sorry, guys, the scoring tower is going crazy, but the 31 there of Thomas Sylvia took a look on the outside of Austin Cansdale and didn't make the pass. He fell back in line. As a 16 of Rodri tries to make his move down low. Yeah, these guys are really racy here.
Yeah, that they are. They're definitely trying to make some moves here early on in the race. Even before the stage break here. Kind of a different approach than what we're used to seeing here with our FWM drivers. Definitely making things a little more racy and changing up things, trying to compete for that top spot. We're only lap 37 of 110 here, so it's definitely changing things up, and it might be a different outcome tonight. And our friend Danny Michel here might have his steering wheel in grip real good, that he's going to have some great competition tonight.
Definitely the competition's out there, and they're just starting to get a good feel of the track right now. You think lap 37 as we go 3 wide mid-pack, and the 54 thinks better of it, pulls out, lets everybody fall in line. You get into those corners 3 wide, it gets a little sketchy here at Nashville, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Charles. I'll tell you what, this is actually, I'm amazed to see so much side-by-side racing right now. We're so used to seeing them single out and just, falling in a single file line, and, just trying to get that nudge in there to get that extra spot. And sometimes it doesn't play out. But I'll tell you what, this side-by-side racing tonight's looking real good.
It does. It looks really good on the track. And, as our, the front guys seem to have found that little train there as we got a pass. Luttrell's getting a pass. Bibby looking to the inside of Luttrell and gets a little loose, pulls it back together, keeps it together there, and they separate and think better of trying to push that issue for the second, as Bibby does a great job of keeping it under control. But he's still looking. He keeps looking under Luttrell. Luttrell has a handful of Bibby. He just keeps coming. This guy does not want to give up a spot.
Yeah, a newcomer here, I will say. Oh, and we got a 4th caution out for the night. Have to check back and see what happened here.
I didn't see anything in that frame. Oh, there it is. It was a little ahead of that. Looks like the 69 got into it.
It was looking like the 89 of Brad Young there was kind of somewhere in the start of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looked like it started mid-pack, and then everybody checked up and looked like those guys were kind of sliding into it in the back. But it looked like the 89 came around, maybe got loose across the 46, maybe? Or the 86?
Yeah, there's our buddy Chris Golden. It's looking like Brad maybe thought he was clear. Maybe a spotter was saying he was clear. kind of looking like he came down a little bit just across the nose at Golden, sending him into a spin and just collecting a few others there.
Yeah, that had to look like a racing incident. It happened so fast because Golden came through the middle, and unfortunately, turned the guy in front of him. And like you said, I think they came down on him. So I don't think Golden had much of a choice there, but just let the guy spin off his nose.
Yeah, coming back off of our replay, looking at our standings here, I'll tell you what, here's the man not to count out. Stephen Luttrell, our Cleveland Browns fan. We thank you so much for running that paint scheme. I'm sure they love it. And I want to give a shout out all these drivers with the unfortunate events of Greg Biffle and his family. These guys, as you see, Stephen Luttrell there running the 16 with Greg's signature on his hood. I know we got a couple others out there. I think I seen Austin Cansdale running Biffle's scheme there. I know we have Joshua Tressler. This might be a little biased. Sorry, everybody. But Joshua, I made his paint scheme earlier today. We got Cansdale on the screen running the 3M RIP Greg Biffle scheme. We got somebody behind him in almost the same paint scheme also.
Yeah, with the Biffle across the visor there. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, there we go. We got Harold Rothery running the action. And honestly, Harold Rothery's paint scheme and usual number for the league is also 16. So perfect fitting for him tonight to run that paint scheme there. But I just do want to give these guys a shout out. I'm sure everybody appreciates it. Nice representation for the Biffle family.
Yeah, and for Wide Motorsports, our thoughts and prayers are with the Biffle family and friends and everybody out there right now. That was a horrible event, and we all our thoughts and prayers are with them right now as we go back to Green Flag Racing. And Stephen Luttrell has got command of the lead right now. K-Strad is following suit right behind him. Landon Brown jumped up to fourth. He was running in sixth, and he's up in fourth right now. But up ahead of him is David Colbert Jr. So he's got him to contend with for third place. But looks like these guys kind of settled down a little bit here. This doesn't seem as chaotic as the last few restarts. But the back of the field is definitely where the chaos is, it seems, in tonight's race.
Yeah, it's looking like the restarts here are kind of one to play at fault here. You get the front of the pack jumping out to the single lane and just following each other, trying to stay in contention for those upper spots. And then about mid-pack back, we got them all just competing, to try and make their way up front. As you see, we got Leach in the 71 car here trying to put the pressure onto Landon Brown. Landon still being able to hold off and keep that fourth position there. Running real good tonight. Looks like he's getting even faster as he's catching up there to the 46 of Calvert. So this is getting pretty good here. You fans at home are definitely going to get a show here. I can tell you that right now.
You're absolutely right, Connor. This is the best of the best racing right now here on a Friday evening, and without any real races or real tracks really running right at this moment. You got to catch an iRacing race and hang out with us on a Friday night or a Monday night. We love to have you guys here, and we love to put on a show every night. We do.
Here he comes, Danny Michelle putting on the pressure to Landon Brown there, coming on the inside. As we got the 6 David, I'm thinking.
Sick.
I know we do have some numbers messed up tonight. Yeah, Joe David back there in the 9 car there. I know we do have some numbers messed up tonight as there were some latecomers to the league joining in last minute. So I know some of our admins had some issues putting in numbers and getting everything set up. We do apologize for that to the drivers that got their numbers messed up and the fans. And we had one spinning.
Go around. That is the one of Bibby. Sorry, I couldn't. Yeah. I want to say Bobby every time I read it, but Biddy is around. That was unfortunate because he ran really good all night.
Yeah, we say green flag racing. We do have a rule here that we will not throw the yellow unless it is two cars with less forward motion, which is basically two cars don't keep that forward motion. Then we will throw the caution. Other than that, the green will stay out. And unfortunately, it was only one car there getting loose and spinning down. So the green flag still stands.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that was Carlson or Cansdale. One of the two got into the back of him as he kind of checked up as he was got a little loose and kind of checked up, and whoever came, right through the back end of him with nowhere else to go.
Yeah, as we look back to the front of the pack here, Steven Luttrell still out front, trying to hold off Strader. As Strader's putting on the pressure, looks like he gets a run in there, but doesn't quite get enough to just stay with him. He falls back a little bit. We also got Leach up to third, Sisk up to fourth. We got some newcomers starting to move up through the pack here, trying to contend for that top spot. And this is one thing I said, you can't count out everybody because everything is going to change up as we get our fifth caution of the night.
Absolutely. We got the fifth caution of the night right now. And, unfortunately, cautions breed cautions or accidents breed accidents. But, another one just kind of, and is that the 8 of Hillsborough?
Yeah, that would be the 8 of Benjamin Hollenball.
Hollenball, yeah. I hate to see him go around. He ran such a good race the other night, and I'm sure he wants redemption for that race, and I'm sure he wanted to be up front, but that was very unfortunate for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll tell you what, Benjamin, he's been getting better and better by the week, running each class. Last week he was up there, running in second place, just holding everybody off, running a good line. Had a great car that night. So another unfortunate event for Hollenball there.
Yeah, he had a very, very fast car last week, and unfortunately his luck kind of ran out this week. But can't wait to have him back because you never know when he's going to strike, and I feel like it's going to happen soon.
Yeah, I will say for sure, all the drivers in FWM here, everybody's been starting to learn everything and put that progression on. So it's kind of coming down to that each week we don't know who to place that bet on of who could be up front there and trying to take that victory.
Now, you're right, absolutely right about that. You cannot bet on a winner in this league. I know Michel went back to back, but here we are. He's, back in. I don't know where he was because the scoring tower is going crazy right now. But I think he was running back in like sixth or something, fifth or sixth. So he could strike from back there, but it's going to be tough with guys like Strader and Landon and all those guys up front too.
Yeah, with all of our winners here at FWM, our repeat winners, top runners every week, we got Michelle up there, winning back-to-back races. Lyndon Brown, a great front runner there. You got Carlson, Cansdale, a lot of guys here that are front runners. And, we got more guys showing up, new faces coming in. And I'll tell you what, it's looking like all these guys are definitely going to have more competition as we go on from week to week.
Oh, absolutely. As this league does grow, this is amazing. It's a great league to be a part of, and we'll put up the little thing we have, our little code you could click on later to check out the league and join us and many different things we do. There it is. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy is our producer for tonight, and he is spot on with those overlays. So check us out. We got a lot of stuff to offer: iRacing, NASCAR 25, PS and PC and PS5 only. Lots of fun stuff to do. Even monster trucks, and I know we do. They do fishing tournaments every once in a while. Great fun in this league.
Yeah, this league definitely has a great variety, different things, different fun to enjoy and do. Like you said about iRacing here, we got NASCAR 25. We got Monster Jam, which our Monster Jam is ending, and we will be starting our first full events league with that. So as we got the pace car lights off here, the pace car heads down pit road. We are coming to green flag. We got Strader on pole, Leach sitting second, Sisk in third, Calvert fourth, and Danny Michelle in fifth. So it's definitely shaking up here. We got some new faces sitting up front. As Strader gets that jump on that restart, and it looks like they're going to go into battle a little bit side by side there.
Yeah, Sisk is right behind him with Leach. Sisk, Leach. I don't know. I don't know these guys. I know Colbert Jr. He's raced with us before. Michelle. We can't say enough about him. But there's guys up front that haven't raced here before. So this is uncharted territory for us in the broadcast booth. That's for sure.
Yeah, and Charles, I'm looking over here at our live timing. And this is one thing, pit strategies can change up a lot. We got Tyler Autry moving up 15 spots. We got Daniel Mindfood Jones moving up 14 spots. So, these guys are definitely picking and choosing where they want to be and trying to make that contention for the front spot. And, honestly, tonight, Charles, I think this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a great broadcast here for you viewers at home. Again, we really appreciate everybody tuning in here, subscribing to us. So this is going to be a great contention, competitive race tonight.
Oh, we wouldn't have it any other way. And as Sis takes a look on the inside of Strader, and it looks like he has the momentum to make that pass, but Strader's fighting strong on that outside. He might not give it up that easy. We're going to have to pay close attention to this right now as I want to keep saying the 6, but he scored as the 17. Sisk is putting it on. K-Strad, this is good side-by-side racing here, lap after lap.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is going to be back to our other race, with Strader and Michelle, that were running side by side for about 20, 30 laps, just battling back and forth for the lead in second place. It's looking like Strader and Sisk are going to put that show on tonight again here as Sisk comes in taking that pole position, but Strader still staying right there with him and running that outside lane. So it's looking like we got 2 lanes working here tonight.
Absolutely making for the best racing you could have is when you guys got, they put rubber down on both lanes and both lanes make it work. The problem is these guys are side-by-side racing. It looks like the guys behind them are all catching up. And that's going to be a problem if they keep up the side-by-side racing. Unfortunately, you do get a little bit of a draft on this track, and you can get some momentum if you're pushing the guy in front of you. So the guys are going to start catching up to those two if they stay side by side for much longer.
I will say with 50 laps to go here, everybody's staying in contention. Their intervals are not far off. Even that back of the pack could catch
as the 33 gets loose. Oh, and he gathers up most of the other field, including the number 1 that was doing so good earlier.
Wow.
That is very unfortunate, as we got most of the cars in the field that couldn't avoid that one. That is unfortunate. It's going to send a bunch of guys to the pits. Hopefully they look at the damage on Cansdale's car. He's crab walking back to the pits. He can't even keep it straight.
Yeah, not looking good tonight for Austin Lucky Cansdale. Unfortunately not having a good night there, just getting loose. Collecting some of the field. And I don't know if you caught that, Charles, but Yogi Schleer was on his lid spinning down the front stretch.
I did see the end of that as he came down. It'll be interesting to take a couple of good looks at the replay here from a couple different angles if Tracy's willing to pull that up for us. But there it is. He goes spinning like a top. Oh, he's going to be dizzy.
It definitely looked like a hard hit, and it just causing him to flip over there off of Cansdale. And then into Biddy and just spinning down the front stretch, pulling a lot of damage to that car. So hopefully these guys still have some fast repairs to get back out there and finish this race out and be able to get a good spot.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, when you end up on your roof, there's no way to get back to the pit, so you have to take a tow. And when you take a tow, that takes minutes off your pit stop. So that's unfortunate for sorry. Why is he? The scoring tower keeps just jumping all over on me. So anytime I'm trying to look up somebody's name, it's going. And like you said, the numbers aren't right. So iRacing's got a little fixing to do here, and I'm sure the guy's got to get the numbers right on the cars that just joined the league and all that good stuff. So
yeah, and
we'll get it all together.
While we're under caution here, I'd just like to give a shout out. Our admins here at FWM, they do put a lot of work in. They try their best, constantly working through every day of the week, as we got many different leagues going on here, Monday through the weekend. They definitely put a lot of effort in, whether it be graphics, setting up everything, getting the drivers in, making sure everybody can race. Give these guys credit for the work they put in. Also, our friend Tracy Brown over here, I know he doesn't like to take a lot of credit, but we really appreciate what you do. You do a great job. You do the best you can. And, everybody here, whether it be drivers, fans sitting in the broadcast, and us here in the booth, we do thank you and we appreciate that.
Absolutely, Colton. You couldn't have said it better, man. These admins and, league owner Wade Cannon, it couldn't be better than this. These guys put a lot of time and effort into it, and just for us to come out and have fun. They run something almost every night of the week. So I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they have time for it, because I know a lot of them all have jobs too. So all their extra time really goes to put on a good show for everybody and a good time for everybody. So I agree with you 100%, man. This league is top notch.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, coming from myself, as we go back green flag racing here, straighter on the pole. I'm sorry about that. We got Leach second, and there's Danny Michelle sitting in third, coming back, making them moves, and don't count out Stephen Luttrell there sitting in fourth. And we got Silva rounding out your top five. Going back to what I was saying, sorry about that. But coming from myself, being a part of FWM here and making things work, I took over. Cannon selected me to help out with the social media here. I work a regular part-time job. I got another part-time job. I got my own league. I got another league I race control for. So I'm constantly helping out around as much as I can. And I'll tell you what, just myself, seeing all the work that I put in, I mean, I know these guys working every day of the week to put these shows on for the drivers. It's definitely a lot of work. A little what I would say is crazy, but hey, I give it to these guys. They do a great job here at FWM.
As we just watched a strong look from Leach on the inside, and he gets there, so he is door to door with Strader. We're going to have some more side-by-side racing for the first spot. As Michelle's looking inside too, with Luttrell right behind him. These guys are they're dangerous up front here. Yeah, I can't call it. I won't call it.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. I definitely wouldn't want to call it here either. You got these top four almost under a blanket here. Danny Michelle putting on the pressure to Strader, just getting that draft there. And that's one thing. Draft can be a lot and, make some moves. As you see, they're moving ahead there. And we got our seventh caution tonight.
Oh, yep. 7 caution just came out as that was a great draft to push the 21 ahead by Michelle. And he drove into the second place right around Leach. But that's something you got to do. And something these guys got to think of racing door to door like that. You're gonna let some guys behind you catch up.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing. Honestly, I was doing some official races earlier today, and I'll tell you what. When it comes to drafting and stuff like that, it definitely changes things up. You got different guys battling for position, and it changes things up and kind of slows you down. So it lets the back of the pack catch up. And that's one thing you got to worry about, because once you get about 10 cars running up front together, it's definitely going to put the pressure on.
Yeah, it looks like we got a spin towards the back of the field there, right at the end of that last clip. So it looks like the back half of the field from like 7th back is on like a 6-lap stint right now, and the guys up front are on like a 36, 15, 27 lap stint. So the guys up front look like they've been out a little bit longer than the guys in the back.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to change things up here. Guys are going to have to make pit stops real soon here. Changing up the field. It's definitely going to throw a mix in here.
I can imagine with 41 to go, you'd want to top off right here and take your tires and then, make your bed to the end of the race. But, without really knowing what strategy these guys really are on, or what the fuel mileage was exactly, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm unsure what the fuel mileage was here today. I don't remember what the stage break was going to be. So these guys might have had their pit strategy planned out, but then, cautions breeding cautions. It changes up a lot of things as we get everybody starting to get situated here, coming out of pit lane, getting everybody in their respective spots that they belong. As we still got Michelle on the lead, Stephen Luttrell up to second place. Look at this mover here sitting in third place, 11 spots up and sitting in third. Bradley Young, looking like to be a great run for him tonight so far after getting caught up in one of those early cautions.
Oh, absolutely. And I got to mention, our good buddy Chris Norris. I want to mention him because he is up 12 spots and in the top 10 right now, racing in 7th place. What a great guy he is to be up there racing amongst the leaders right now. So good for Chris Norris. What a great guy.
Yeah, good for Chris, running with Hunter Carlson right there. These guys are definitely making some moves and, maybe having a better night tonight than some other nights. I know Chris in the late models, I know he had a bad night there. So this is definitely looking like a good night for him. Just hoping he played out his pit strategy right and can make that run for the front.
Oh, absolutely, man. I think right now, we're going to see guys charging to the end. 40 laps is, that's a tire run right there, or they can make it on fuel 40 laps to go. So if these guys came in, well, I don't know. Michelle hasn't come in. He's on a 29 lap stint. I'm really worried about that though, and he's our leader. So maybe he knows something I don't know, and he could race another 40 laps, but we're gonna have to wait and see as the caution car comes in, and we are about to go green flag racing as they cross the finish line, the starting line. Here we go. The 25 gets a jump. Luttrell gets a good push from the 6 to get back up there, but that jump by Michelle is too good to catch up with all in one shot.
Yeah, definitely getting a good jump off the start there as we go back green. Danny Michelle running out front, starting to pull away from the pack a little bit, but I wouldn't count out these next 4 in line. They're starting to run side by side and maybe falling in line to get that draft. And these 4 hooked together, they might make a charge up to the front.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing, man. Trying to find a buddy right now. Trying to find somebody I'm really comfortable with, and I could push him down the straightaway just to get a couple more seconds to, get back up in there. As we got our caution, 8th caution of the night. Oh, in the back of the field. Looks like the 21 got out of sorts a little bit, came down to the inside of, you saw him cutting the grass there a little bit, but it might have checked up the rest of the field towards the back, and the accordion effect just kind of got guys loose there in the back and spun around.
Yeah, I will say for sure, the checking up and racing here on iRacing kind of does cause some issues, as especially with the internet connection sometimes, as we've seen there a little bit, blinking out, as what we call it. You never know where that car is, so then somebody checks up, and that could change the whole area of where you're actually running, and can cause an incident. Which we hope that that's not the case. That it just might be a racing incident, but for the most part, these guys try their best. When it comes to the internet connection, we try to make sure everybody's set, so that way it doesn't mess up somebody's race and contention for that win.
Yeah, as we watch Dan Mitchell come down to pit lane right now, like I said, he was quite a few laps on that stent right there he had, and he definitely needed to pit there to make the end of the race. So he's gonna have the freshest tires coming out though, and we know he can make it back up through the field, so I wouldn't count him out either yet.
Yeah, going back to what you said, it's definitely one of those things of the stent, and I will say, going back to what you said earlier, that maybe Michelle knows something we don't know. And we've seen that in previous races where he's made a different call than these other drivers, and he still made it back up there to charge up front. And, he got them back-to-back wins. So this might get interesting for Michelle to try and make his way back through the field, trying to get up back with these other top runners we got here. As we see, we got Sisk sitting on pole. Calvert looking like in second. We got Luttrell there. Oh, no, maybe Luttrell's sitting second. As our ticker's still going a little crazy here, we apologize for that. As we're trying to get the field set back up here. So we got Stephen Luttrell in second, Calvert in third, Hunter Carlson up to fourth, and we got David in fifth.
Yeah, well, you look at that. Hunter Carlson battles his way up to fourth after dropping all the way back down to, I think he was in 14th, 15th at one point. Battles his way back up there. What determination by him to get his car right back in the mix of it.
Yeah, Hunter Carlson having that determination every race. I've seen multiple races where he started up front. He's finished up front. He's even gotten some wins here with FWM. And tonight I know Hunter's feeling under the weather. He's got a little bit of a cold, so definitely having some good luck, even being under the weather here.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, I had it last week, so I know it's not an easy one to get rid of. Definitely put me through the ringer, and wishing him well, wishing him a lot better, man. Get better well soon.
Coming back, we got 35 laps to go in the Nashville ARCA race here with FWM tonight, as the drivers are coming back to the restart zone, attempting that green flag. We're going to see how the restart goes here. Hopefully everybody can get off good. And there we go. We are back green flag racing with Sis getting that jump. What a wild jump on that restart there. Luttrell coming out in second there, getting some pressure from Calvert. Hunter Carlson still not out of the contention there. He's taking that top line, which I've seen Hunter does a lot. He loves that top line, and he makes it work.
And as we saw earlier in the race, it is rubbered in because guys were making moves out there. So he could definitely make it work to his advantage right now. As you see him, he made it work right there, and it looks like the 9, that green and pink 9, he's trying to make that top work also.
Ooh, we got Steven Luttrell sliding up into the wall there. I don't know if there was some contact made, falling back some spots, looking like he's got some damage. And are we going to have another caution? I just seen a car spin there.
Yes, yeah, another caution comes out. Very unfortunate for that, but I think that with Luttrell going up into the wall, once again, something happens in front of the field. Everybody kind of checks up behind, slows down a little bit, and then it's the accordion effect. By the time that gets to the back of the field, everybody's basically kind of stopped in front of you.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. You know, a little contact gets made, you know, and then you try and get reset up. You got everybody checking up, and then it just starts collecting everybody, and sometimes causes another incident. For the lucky ones, sometimes it works out that we end up staying green flag racing and everybody makes it out of it.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you know, and I hate to say it because you know, especially during tight restarts, you tend to focus kind of what's right in front of you, on you know, at least the first lap when everybody's real tight around you. You know, you don't want to. You want to focus down the track. You don't want to be looking across the hood of your car. You want to be, you know, 10, you know, at least 5 to 10 rows ahead of you, just scanning everything out in front of you. But for some guys, it's really hard to look beyond the hood of the car when they're racing that close with somebody in front of them. So, you know, by the time you kind of look up and realize there's something going on ahead, it's already too late. These guys are going way too fast to make adjustments on the fly that quickly.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Charles. You know, being a iRacing racer myself, racing with FWM here and other leagues, you know, and then I race in real life. I will say, you know, it is hard. You get in that zone, you're just focusing just over your hood at the car in front of you. So then sometimes you're not paying attention to what's happening 10 cars ahead, an accident comes out, and you just have no time to react. Because, I mean, with the power these cars have, you know, you're running at high speeds, and just to get them to slow down and stop is kind of hard. So, you know, you definitely want to be paying attention about, like you said, 10 cars ahead, just to be prepared in case something does happen so it doesn't end your night.
No, absolutely correct, man. And you know, it's like I said, it's hard to do because sometimes, you know, you're locked in on the car in front of you because you're trying to drive off him. You're trying to find his lane so you could get a good draft, and then you forget, oh wait, I gotta look up and see what's going on up front, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Looking over here at our app engineering of live timing, let's take a look at second place, sitting 20 spots up from the start of the race. Tyler Autry in a 54 car. What a move. I think this is about the most moves Tyler has made here. Definitely looking like a good race for him tonight, being up front there. Might be putting the contention in for that victory lane.
Yeah, just you know, ran a real safe race, a real clean race all the way up to the front, and yeah, you got to give it to the guy. If he wins it, you know, you got to give it to him. He put in the work. Up 20 spots. That's definitely not easy, but you know, patience and you know, clean racing will get you up through the field.
Yeah, for sure. As we see, the pace car has the lights off. We're going to get ready to go back green here. Give you a rundown of the top 5 as we go back green as they're coming to the restart box. We got Sisk on the pole, Tyler Autry in second, Hunter Carlson in third, our buddy Chris Golden up to 4th, and Joe David in 5th as we are back green flag racing. Sisk pulling out for that big lead there. Still got Hunter Carlson taking that bottom line now, changing up his lane, and we got our 10th caution of the night.
Yeah, I gotta say, did it look to you like the top line didn't really get a good jump? It looked like Autry didn't get it going. Like maybe he missed a shift or something because uh, it looked like it was slow and it might have stocked the guys up in the back of the field.
Yeah, it's kind of what it looked like a little bit. Could have been a tire spin or a missed shift. Sometimes that does happen, and it's very unfortunate for our drivers.
Oh, absolutely. As we clear 10 cautions in the night tonight. I know the missus Nicole says too many cautions tonight, so she's agreeing with us.
Yeah, I'm sure the admins here in race control are probably agreeing with that and saying the same thing. As I know, usually we have league owner Wayne Cannon in the chat, but he is racing tonight. I'm not sure where exactly he is at, as I don't see him on our ticker here. Let me go over here. He is back in 24th, 13 laps down. So probably an unfortunate events for him tonight, sitting in pit road there. Sorry to see that. Looking like he got a lot of damage on the front end of that car. So very unfortunate night for Wayne Cannon tonight.
Yeah, he was involved in that wreck that kind of piled everybody up into it, and that's very unfortunate for him. They only get so many fast repairs, and they go quick when you have 10 cautions in a race.
Yeah, for sure. I believe we only come in with either one or two fast repairs. Hopefully using them wisely and not making a charge and just causing wrecks, right from the beginning. I have my fast repair I can use, which I know most of these guys, they have a level head. They make sure they use them wisely and they try not to run over everybody. So, it's definitely unfortunate when you just get tangled up in those messes and, you just don't have them fast repairs.
Absolutely frustrating. You think you're gonna sit down and you're gonna turn your computer on and all your stuff, and you're ready for a good race, and it's out of your hands, and somebody spins into you, or it just something that you didn't cause takes you out. It is very disheartening, but what are you gonna do? That is racing sometimes.
I always say rubbing is racing, and sometimes you get that unfortunate event that happens, and it just causes other people to get collected, and it makes your night unfortunate. And like Wayne Cannon there sitting there, we have Joe Bolin involved in an early wreck, looking like he's been sitting out here 32 plus laps down. So very unfortunate for some drivers tonight with coming up on our 10th caution. Again, going back to the cautions, breed cautions. But hopefully with 26 laps to go here, we got the pace car lights off as they are going to head that car down into pit lane. We're going to go back green here.
Yes, we are, as they make the corner of turn 4 there, out of 4, going across the start line right now, and they're off, and that's no surprise. Sisk gets a great jump. Autry has all he could do is follow, and we got Chris Golden sitting there in 4th place, and Carlson in 3rd. Those are league regulars here, trying to run two new guys down. And Mr. Chris Golden, he races these ARCA cars in real life, so keep an eye on this battle.
Oh yeah, it's definitely looking like we got a good close battle here, as we got a bunch of cars real close, tight knit together, trying to make them passes, and our 11th caution of the night.
Oof, as we got 21. Oh, I thought I saw the 21 go around. I guess not.
I am unsure what happened here, as we're trying to figure out here what caused this caution for you guys.
But you see there, the 25 of Michelle and who's that, Luttrell? They're all the way back in 16th, 17th place right now. So that's awfully surprising. Trying to come up through those wrecks and caution after caution, they're not going to be able to make their way up through the field if this keeps up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is going to be the time to watch now. With Danny Michelle back there, we got Stephen Luttrell front runners here. Even Landon Brown sitting back in 14th. Austin Cansdale after that wreck, he's up to 12th. It's definitely going to be a charge to the front and try and make it up there. They are top notch in our standings here in the points. So they're going to try and hold that lead and, not lose any spots in the standings. Coming down with 23 laps to go here, it's definitely going to get interesting. And for our buddy out here, I'm not sure if you're here, at least watching. I know you had family coming over. Our buddy Emmett Crow, as he would like to say, as we're getting down on the laps here with 22 to go, it's time to dig.
That's right. 20 to go when we come down to the restart. This is when it is. You got to let it all out. This is it. 20 laps to go. It's go time.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of pressure getting put on here with some of our new drivers. Sisk up there holding the lead for the past couple laps here. Even with the cautions coming out, getting that good jump off the restarts. As we see some change up in position. Hunter Carlson up to second. Moving Tyler Autry back to third. Our buddy Golden here, the ARCA driver in real life, might be figuring something out here, sitting up in fourth place, and David in the number 6 rounding out your top 5.
Absolutely, and I know Chris Golden's really hungry for it. He always ends up in a mess, or something doesn't go his way, and he has a lot of unfortunate races here, but he's chopping at the bit right now. He wants to do something good here, and I'm pulling for him in this race. Like I said, I can't pick a winner. Still can't pick a winner this late in the race. There's nobody that has really dominated this race enough to say, hey, this guy's going to win.
Oh yeah, definitely a bunch of lead changes here tonight. New faces, some regulars here with FWM. I'm going to agree with you, Charles. There is no betting on this race because it can change at any moment.
Yeah, and just a shout out to all these new guys. When you go back and watch the broadcast, thank you guys for putting on a great race. I know there's been a lot of cautions, but you new guys definitely have made it interesting up front, and definitely running a great race. So thank you guys for coming aboard, and give it hell the last 20 guys. Give it hell.
Yeah, definitely not something we see here in FWM. We don't like to see all the cautions coming out in one race here. We try to keep it to a minimum the best we can, which I'm sure there's going to be some discussion on that again. But we definitely thank all the new people joining with us. It's definitely a fun time, some great racing. So we really appreciate that a lot as FWM is growing real big here.
As we go for another restart here, and again, Sisk just takes off on the field. I mean, he's got he could take that anywhere in that restart zone he could go. So it's a guessing game for everybody else, and he just has to time it right. So for everybody else, it's really hard to kind of time that out. But as you see the 54 on the inside of Carlson looking to make that pass right there for second place, and then we got third and fourth back there, Chris Golden and Davey.
I know sometimes it's hard, Charles. I agree with you here. We might chop some names, and we're very sorry about that to our drivers. But I was just going with David for the night till we can actually speak with our driver here and get the right pronunciation of his name.
Yeah, usually it takes a week or two with these new guys to get their pronunciations right. But, well, you know, like we said, we're work in progress, and we'll figure it all out.
Everything's always definitely a learning curve, especially up here in the booth, trying to learn everybody's name. And we have our 12th caution of the night with 18 laps to go.
Oh boy.
Definitely not looking like a good night. I know our last ARCA race, we did have a bunch of cautions. I believe it was our late model race, was breeding caution after caution. And, you know, we're back here looking at some more cautions again tonight, high on the scale for FWM. We don't like to see.
Well, it looks like Hollowall went around and gathered up a couple other guys.
Yeah, looking unfortunate. Our buddy Chris Norris here, it looked like he was mowing the lawn there on the front stretch, as I know he was having a good run earlier in the race. So unfortunate for him.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him. And you know, all this going on in the back of the field. You know, these guys are just trying to get their race back. You know, I'm sure they're going through the emotion of being a couple laps down, or you know, in the back of the field, and they want to get up front as fast as they can because the laps are counting down. You know, here we are, 17 to go. So you know, I'm sure the emotions are high back there, but the only way you're going to get up front is if you have patience. And unfortunately, right now these guys out back are have lost their patience, basically.
Yeah, it's looking like some of them have lost their patience, you know, trying to make.
Just lost you there for a minute, Colton.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, these guys looking like they're losing sort of a little bit of their patience here, trying to make them final charges as we're coming down with 16 laps to go so far. So they're going to try and make their moves. Just got to remind them sometimes, you know, let's do it respectfully and pass cleanly and make this a good race to the finish. Yeah,
look who's back up into the fifth spot is Nick Biddy. You know, he was in a couple different fender benders and spin outs and stuff, ended up towards the back of the field, and now he's back up to fifth place. That's absolutely impressive.
Yeah, his first start here with us, as we see his driver card there, coming from Dawsonville, Georgia. This is his first start with FWM here in the ARCA series tonight. Definitely putting on a good race for him, having some good luck to you know, come out of them cautions and incidents that he can make a run back up to fifth place.
Absolutely showing some promise that you know, even if you get into a little fender bender or whatever, you could get back up there if you show your patience.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we got lights out on the pace car again, as I think we're coming out of 4 right now. We'll hit the restart zone here shortly, and we'll see if that inside line continues that giant jump that they've been getting all night. Everybody on that inside line has been getting such a jump. Let's see if the outside line has anything for him, as Hunter Carlson will have the task of trying to hunt them down.
It definitely comes to one of those things, you know, Hunter Carlson sitting there in second place, coming to that restart zone. You know, you have the first line, the leader can go anywhere in the box. Second line, second place gets to go. You know, being in second place, it is definitely tough to know when that leader is going to take the jump, and you just anticipate it, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. So hopefully Hunter can have his ducks in a row and maybe pull with Chris Golden right behind him, giving him that push, and hopefully getting the jump here as we go back. Green flag racing as we come into the start box. And there's Zisk again, pulling that jump, getting a little bit of a lead here. and putting Autry and Carlson side by side as you see Chris Golden jumping down in front of Biddy there, putting on the pressure, trying to make them moves. So this is definitely one of those things, going back to it, Charles. You can't claim it. It could be anybody's race tonight.
Yes, K-Strat is back up in that mix too. I cannot believe he's in the mix. Yeah, buddy, you said David, yeah, in the 6 car there. He's up there too. Gosh, these guys aren't stopping tonight. They are getting it. As we go side by side for first place right now.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'm sorry, back. That's second. That's second.
It's definitely coming back to one of those things of, you know, we're down to 13 laps to go, coming back to the line. We're going to be 12 laps to go here. And these guys are just putting it on each other, giving themselves the competition and trying to show out who's got the skill to do it better. Carlson starting to pull away there a little bit, getting that single file out there running by himself in second place, trying to catch down that leader assist that put on that gap of a lead there, almost down to a second.
Oh, I think Chris Golden gets turned into the wall.
Very sad and unfortunate there.
I think that I didn't want to see that, but I think he dropped towards the end. But it was either Chris Golden or Bradley Young. One of those two got turned right up into the wall.
I'll check out the replay here on this incident.
Not seeing it on there.
And not sure exactly what happened there. I know we did see Chris Golden, whether he got turned or something just happened there, went up into the outside wall. Very unfortunate as he drops back to 18th place as he was up there in contention in that top 5. So sorry to hear that for you, our buddy Golden there. We hope you get some better luck here on the final run with 11 laps to go so far.
Yeah, we're going to be inside 10 laps to go when we go green flag racing. So there is not a lot of time left here for guys to make moves. And if Sis gets out to a lead like that again, he's just going to sail away with it. So these guys need to start running. Maybe, you know, do something together here. It's the only way you're going to chase them down. I know there's a lot of side-by-side racing for second, but you're kind of letting him just sail away with the win.
Yeah, for sure. And as we're going to be inside 10 laps to go here, Charles, you want to take a quick break?
Yeah, we could take a quick break. I believe we are back live, and we got Sisk off to a great lead. Now we got Biddy in second. Carlson lost second place to Biddy, and Biddy's chasing down Sisk, and Leash is following in fourth, and we got K-Strad in fifth, with 6 to go.
Yeah, and take a look at that, Charles. We got Danny Michelle up there, back in 7th place, coming from the back again. So definitely shaking things up here as we have our 14th caution of the night.
Oh.
Ooh. Looking like Hansdale just trying to get that bump draft there and just catching Harold Rothery there, it looked like, and sending it for a spin, collecting a couple cars there. Another unfortunate caution. I'm not sure, honestly, Charles, what do you think? We're going to go for a green-white checkered attempt here?
I believe we have to. Yeah, I believe we have 2 attempts. So if the first one doesn't work, the second one is a backup plan.
I will say a lot of cautions out here tonight. Some things just being very unfortunate as we see. We got a bunch of cars down here on the front stretch just getting involved in that wreck. Our buddy Chris Golden in it once again. Very unfortunate for him. It looked like Joshua Tressler. We had the 46 at Calvert, which I think was just kind of one of those either net code or it was a incident, just racing, trying to get that bump draft, and a little bit too close of a call there, catching that rear end and just sending it for a loop.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. It looked like guys were just in the pack, kind of checking up and going all together, trying to do a little bit of everything all at once. And, unfortunately, you guys get kind of caught up in that, and you start spinning off everybody else's nose or whatever happens there.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at our front of the field here as everybody takes their pit stops, maybe getting some faster pairs, maybe some last tires. We got Caleb Sisk still holding that lead, running out front there, getting them jumps off the restart. Nick Biddy up to second, Hunter Carlson in third, Connor Leach up to fourth, and K-Strad in fifth. So this is definitely getting competitive here. We got some top runners, some top new faces here, putting on a definite good first appearance with FWM here tonight.
Yeah, I want to mention Connor Leach. He's got the shortest stint of everybody up front in the top 5 there. He's on a 28 lap stint. The top 3 right now are all 45 laps stint, and then K-Strad's running a 38 lap stint. But watch Leach, because his tires are only 28 laps old, so that could be a factor going into the green white checkered here. 3 laps is a lot of, you can make up a lot of real estate in 3 laps, having 15 lap better tires than everybody else.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even looking at the field here, with the stints, we got top runners here: Landon Brown, Stephen Luttrell. They're quite low there on their stint, so they might be making that charge to the front, and might have the upper hand on some of these guys that have more laps on their tires. So it might come into play and change things up. But what a field of runners here. Definitely putting on a show and trying to do their best to seal the deal. Oh
yeah, not one of these guys in this field, even back to P15. They all wanted that number 1 spot, and you could tell by the way they're driving. They definitely want to get up there, and they definitely want to be sitting in that number 1 spot come the end of these 3 laps. As we're gonna go back to green flag racing here as we enter the starting zone, And once again, Sis gets a good jump, but the number one, Biddy, is right there with him. He doesn't get the jump that he was used to. As the 71, Leach gets a great run to the outside, and he is right on the. They have a mirror of each other. They're full of each other in their mirrors, man. These guys are going for it.
Oh, yeah, these guys are definitely putting the pressure on now as we see Hunter Carlson changing his tune from his usual line tonight, sticking to that inside, putting the pressure on Leach there, trying to take that third spot. We got Strader coming up there, too. Danny Michelle right behind Strader, trying to work together, it looks like, to push up, get that draft, and make some position here as they end up going out to almost 3 wide here. This could cause some issues, but we are white flag. So this is going to get good here. You got Landon Brown jumping down to the inside also, and there's a car going around.
It doesn't matter. They cross the line now.
Yes,
and
sir.
That's it. That's Sick wins. Biddy second. Leach third. Carlson fourth. Sorry, and Thomas Sylvia rounds up your top 5. Unofficial.
Wow. What a race here tonight, Charles. We had a bunch of cautions, many different leaders here, new faces, regulars. But I'll tell you what, give it to our buddy Caleb Sisk here in the 17, taking home that checkered flag and gaining that victory as he gives us a smoke show.
Absolutely, man. He definitely deserves to burn it down. Put on a great race tonight, smart race. So definitely well-deserved first place right there.
Yeah, for our buddy Caleb, if you do watch this broadcast back, as you see, we tried pulling up the driver card there from our producer. Please remember to make sure to fill out your driver forms. So that way we have your info, and that way you don't lose your 10 points for the penalty.
Absolutely, and I think FWN will FWNMN will be back in just a minute with post-race interviews. Welcome back, everybody, to FWMN, uh, Four Wide Motorsports Network, as we have the top three finishers for our Nashville Speedway race tonight in the ARCA series. I'm going to send it down to Colton Brenier, who's in the pits with our third place finisher. Colton, what do you got down there?
Yeah, standing down here on pit lane with our third place finisher of the night, a new face. We want to welcome you in to FWM, Connor Leach. We want to welcome you in. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. And how was your race tonight?
It was good. Very up and down. I kind of made the wrong call on a pit strategy with the other guys on my team. They went in at some point when we just had enough fuel to get to the end, and I thought, maybe I'll stay out, be different. It didn't work out so good for me. Ended up getting involved in all sorts of wrecks. Went from the back to middle of the pack. Cautions kept coming out. I kept picking off one or two cars every time a caution would come out, and found myself towards the front at the end. It was fun.
Yeah, definitely. I will say I give you credit, man, running up here with some of our front runners. We got Danny Michelle, Strader, Carlson. Coming in here as a new guy, you definitely put in the work tonight to make it. Through all the cautions we had here, playing out your pit strategy. Sometimes things don't work out always the way you hope, but you definitely made it work here to pull off your third place finish.
Yeah, I got lucky with some things. Other people's misfortune kind of helped me out towards the end with some guys getting in wrecks, but luckily I was able to squeak through most of them and get up on the podium. I think we got all three of us are on a team together, so hopefully obviously we did a pretty good job in the first race. Hopefully we can keep doing that in future races.
Oh, okay. All three on podium here on a team. We welcome you all in. As I'm going to hand the mic over here to you, anybody you want to thank for tonight?
I guess first of all, just the guys for putting on the league and inviting us in. It was pretty last minute for me. I think I just got accepted to the league just about 10 minutes before the session opened and got in here. And just thanks for all those guys that do a really good job in all the Discord and everything they're doing. It's really easy to get around and talk to guys when you need help. And then you guys for putting on the broadcast, and also my teammates Nick Biddy, Caleb Sisk, and Joe David for Sisk Speed Shop. Hopefully we can keep putting these cars on the podium.
Well, everybody, we want to definitely send a thank you for joining in with FWM here. Your third place finisher, Connor Leach. Great race tonight. Glad to see you on podium, and I'll send it back over to Charles.
Yeah, thank you, Colton. I'm standing here with Nick Biddy in an absolute amazing race up front, just about the whole race. Gets into a little bit of trouble, kind of knocked back to the, towards the end of the pack anyway. I don't think you made it all the way back to the end, but then raced right back up and got right back in the mix of things. Nick, tell me how that race went for you, man.
Yeah, man, we had a really good time. This is one of our better tracks here at Nashville, and I don't know, it's pretty close to home. Being a Georgia native, a couple hours up the road. But yeah, it's a good track. And I haven't really spent much time in this car, and I mean, it seems to be fun. We were talking about that under some of the cautions. Kind of feels like it drives like a heavy late model stock car, So yeah, we had a good time. I mean, had some good racing there, especially the first half. Went basically caution free. I kind of like those longer runs. So maybe in the future we can have some more of those.
Yeah, we definitely like to clean it up, and I'm sure as some of these newer guys get used to some of the way we race around each other. You seem to race around everybody else really well. So we thank you for that, and we thank you for joining the league. But I'd like to give you the microphone and ask you, who would you like to thank for this second place finish?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first of all, thanks. Yeah, Caleb Sisk. He does some Sisk Speed Shop does a little bit of training. I've been working with him for I don't know, maybe a year or so, and you can really tell the difference. Just a little bit of hand, just a little bit of help. Also check out Nick Biddy Designs on Instagram. We're designing 3D printed sim racing equipment. And I guess we can't forget this one, my one, the only, my beautiful smoking hot wife, Jessie Biddy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping us. And all my kids, Cameron, Coley, and Cora, thank y'all for watching.
Hey, man, thank you, Nick, and glad to have you aboard and can't wait to see what you do the rest of the season. And I'm going to ship it right back down to my buddy Colton. Colton, who you got next?
Standing down here in Victory Lane, I'll tell you, what a race. FWM Super Nashville Super Speedway here. New face with FWM here, making your first appearance in the ARCA race. We want to give you a warm welcome in, standing with the checkered flag. Your winner, Caleb Sisk. How is your race tonight?
It was a lot of fun. I guess that's the most important thing I want to lead off with. We've been looking for a place to race where it can be relaxing and fun. I understand people get upset, things happen. That's racing, right? But most importantly, the race was fun. Had a good night. Started on the pole. Made a couple errors early. I bought the car right before practice opened, so this is my first race in the ARCA car. So made a couple errors early. Got collected with Connor. Wish that didn't happen. So that really, it worked out good though. We got some time in the pack, racing around some other cars, getting familiar with some of the guys in the league. Take some time when you're racing with new faces, who's going to do what, and how much trust you have in the car next to you. So got to run through the pack some, got toward the front, finally got the lead back, decided to pit there, 47, 48 to go. I knew we'd be close on fuel, but thought if we stretched it under green, we'd be fine. And then if the yellows came, we'd be good. And it really worked out. And then, the shorter the runs got there at the end, the harder we pushed. And we had a really good short run speed, which I really didn't think I was going to have. I was feeling much better about my long run speed, but just kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah, I do want to say, I'll give you credit for your first time racing here and just buying the car and jumping in it. You had a bunch of our usual FWM front runners here, that put the pressure on you. And I'll just tell you what, you definitely put on the show, and you didn't let that pressure bother you at all. How is your outlook coming for the restarts as we watched here in the broadcast, just pulling out that lead on every restart? What was your outlook on that?
I just try to be inconsistent where I go in the box. I try to watch second, fourth, sixth place cars in line. I can't see fifth place, but I try to watch for the checkups and see who's in the throttle, out of the throttle, and just be smart about when I'm going to go to try to give myself as much of an advantage into one as possible. And then, from there, it's just all about execution. And I really sucked in the first 50 laps on execution. I was putting the splitter on the apron, getting myself loose, just all kinds of silly mistakes. But as the run went on and the race went on, I was starting to feel better and better and better about where the fenders were on the car, how close I could get to the wall, just building a little confidence in the car. And I'm sure that'll come with time, but just I'm thankful. I got away with a couple mistakes early on in the race and cycled back to the front over time, patience, due diligence. Didn't wreck anybody, thankfully. So just good first night. I'm really appreciative of the league to let us in here. I mean, we've looked for a place to go where we can just have fun. Like, nobody wants to argue, nobody wants to bicker. We just want to race, right? And we're here. We got to race, so we're thankful for that, and hopefully we'll be back for some more.
Yeah, I'll definitely tell you. We really appreciate you guys joining in, and this is definitely a fun place to run with FWM here. A lot of drivers, great drivers. Front runners, a lot of respect here, clean racing. So we do thank you for coming in and, great first showing of the night, taking that checkered flag, pulling your win. I'll hand the mic over to you for anybody you want to thank out there.
Yeah, just big shout out to all the admins, people that have to review the race. It's not lost on us. That takes time, that takes effort. People that put it together, look how smooth the Discord looks. The rule book, the invites, the Discord bots, the broadcast, you guys, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into making something like this run smoothly and be fun and something that people want to attend. So appreciate all the work from everybody. Nick Biddy Designs, he painted this car for me this morning. Connor Leach Motorsports. He is Canadian, but we still love him to death. He's a good guy. Joe David, Sis Speed Shop, as always. Talk to us if you need some help. We'll be happy to help you out. We'll get you straightened out.
And that's your words from your winner here tonight, Caleb Sisk. While we have you here, I just do want to remind you, as you see, we tried pulling up your driver card. Make sure you get that form filled out for us, please. There is so many races, and they give you a 10-point penalty, just to remind you of that. I know you were just joining in, so it kind of gets down to crunch time, and you don't kind of make it. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. Congratulations on your first win here with FWM, and I will send it back over to Charles.
Yeah, thank you, Colton, and thank you, Sisk, Biddy, and Leach. Congratulations, guys, on first, second, and third place, respectively. I'm going to ask Tracy to bring up our final running order for the night and our flyer. But first, our final running order of the night. So first place, we got number 17, Caleb Sisk. Second place, number 1, Nick Biddy. Third place, the 71 of Connor Leach. Fourth place, the 32 of Hunter Carlson. Fifth place, the 31 of Thomas Sylvia. The sixth place is the 21 of Christian Schrader. Seventh comes the 25 of Danielle Michelle. Number 8. Eighth place is the 6th of Joe David. Ninth is the 5 of Landon Brown. Top 10, round out your top 10, is the 36th of Stephen Luttrell. Colton, you want to get the 11 through 20?
Yeah, rounding out the field here, we got 11th place, number 56, our buddy Chris Norris. Pulling up in 12th, our other buddy, Chris Golden, in the 86 car. 13th, 89 car of Bradley Young. 14th, 46 of David Calvert Jr. 15th, the 99 of Ron Walters. 18th, we got a little bit of a mix-up here, I see. So I'm just going to run with it as it goes down the list here. 18th, we have the 16 of Harold Rothery. 17th, the 33 of Austin Lucky Cansdale. 16th that's showing, we have 69 of Joshua Tressler. 19th, we have the 54 of Tyler Autry. And 20th with the number 90 car of Dave Calvert.
Yeah, 21, the number 8 of Benjamin Hollball. 22 is the 19 of Daniel Jones. 23 is the 12 of Yogi Sessler. 24th is the 29 of Wayne Cannon, and the 25th is the 45 of Joe Bullwin. And that rounds out your field for the night. So any last words, Colton, before we sign off?
Charles, I'll tell you what a race these guys had tonight. I know we were a little high on cautions. I'm sure there's going to be some taking care of that, so we can cut that down for the guys racing, plus the viewers at home. We want to thank you. I seen we were up to 12 viewers tonight. We really appreciate it. We just want to throw that shout out there. FWM is on all networks now. We do have Facebook, Instagram. We have TikTok. We have Twitter. So just keep a lookout for us on all those platforms. Give us a follow, a like, or a subscribe, whichever one it comes with the platform. These guys put on a show tonight. We had a bunch of new faces. I'll tell you what a field, 25 cars. Definitely great to see with FWM growing here. Just got to get the races cleaned up a little bit, and we'll be set to go here. I do want to thank you, Charles, for letting me join you in the booth tonight. Tracy, our wonderful producer, great job. Doing everything you could tonight with your Christmas party. I know you showed up a little late. We missed the beginning little bit of the race here, but great job overall. Really appreciate you. Also, Wayne Cannon, Hunter Carlson, Steven, all you admins in this league here. I want to thank you all myself personally for allowing me to join in here with you guys and do this broadcasting here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank you for coming up in the booth, Colton. Man, you've been a amazing guy up here with me, dude. You call races so good. So thank you for being here with me. So on behalf of Four Wide Motorsports, Eastern Technical Design, and Four Wide Motorsports Network, this is Charles Oberg for my good buddy, producer Tracy Brown, and Colton Brenner. Guys, have a great night, and we'll be right back next Friday for some more ARCA racing. Good night, and have a good one.